So I'm going to show you how you can draw up a pattern piece for your fabric jewellery. So if you're creating a necklace, you can work on the mannequin or a person, which I'll show you afterwards. And the way you can draft up a pattern piece, not everyone has pattern paper at home, but we all have kitchen roll. You can see my mother buys the posh stuff, look, plenty. So we all have kitchen roll, and it's actually quite nice and pliable. If you haven't got kitchen roll, which I'm sure you will, but if you haven't, you can use scrap fabric as well. But all you're doing with this, if you want to create something symmetrical, then you're using the edge of your kitchen roll, place it onto your mannequin so that the edge of that kitchen roll is in the centre of the body. And then all you're doing is drawing the shape that you want your necklace to be. Okay, and then quite simple, you've got that shape there. We'll then just cut that out, and we use that as our pattern piece. So it's a case of putting the edge of the pattern here onto the fold of your fabric, cutting it out on the fold, and then you get the nice symmetrical piece. So if you haven't got a mannequin at home, which I know some of you haven't, then you can actually do this on a person. So I have my mother here. Say hi, Mum.
Hi.
So grab your piece of kitchen roll. Come here. And you do this exact same thing as what we've just done on the mannequin. So you're using the edge of your kitchen roll almost in the centre of the body. Okay, and you're doing exactly the same thing, so you would just draw where you want that necklace to be. And that's literally all we do. So we've got that drawn onto the kitchen roll. We'll cut that out, and that will be our pattern piece. So some of you might have seen the wrist cuffs that I was showing you on the presentation as well. And if you want to do something like that, again, some of you might have mannequins at home with arms. I actually haven't. Mine's just a bust mannequin like the ones we have at college. So again, you can use someone, and it's just a case of using your kitchen roll again, placing that around the person and drawing that on. So you might want to do this a bit less symmetrical than what we drew the necklace on. And you can always tweak this afterwards. So I'm kind of going for that design that was shown on the presentation, you know, where it gets wider at the end and buttons over. So that's what I've gone for. And then I'll cut this piece out and use that onto my fabric. If you want to add more onto it as well, say if what you're doing with the necklace or with the wrist cuff or anything else, a shoulder piece, is actually bigger than your kitchen roll, then simply just stick them together. So these are the pattern pieces that I've just drawn up on the mannequin and using my mom. They might be a little bit sketchy when you do them actually on the mannequin or on the person. So what you can do afterwards is just neaten them up a bit, just like what I've done here. And then it's a case of just cutting them out, using them as them templates onto your fabric. So if you're working with a symmetrical piece to create a necklace or a collar, and you've done it so that you cut on the fold. So remember, all you do is fold your fabric over. That straight edge goes onto the fold of your fabric, pin it down, cut round, and it opens out into the one. So once you've cut your pattern out of your fabric, you can see once you place that back onto your person or your mannequin that creates your lovely symmetrical jewellery design. And I've done the same with the wrist. If I could have your wrist, please, Mother. Okay, so this is kind of creating that cuff. And that will do up with a nice button like that.